welcome to episode 3 of Hajime Model Studio vlog. And for this episode, we'll be talking about commission work. Basically, how, why, how much, and what exactly entails when you want to have your gunpla built and have it painted and basically turned into a work of art. We have Don from Don Stratos. We have normal Mike down there, normal Mike, and then we have a guest, which is a lady who's a potential customer who knows nothing about Gundam and Gunpla, but wants to give the husband something nice for his birthday, something a bit different than the usual movie dinner and date and or hotel stay because the husband is a big Gundam fan, or so she says. So I guess the potential customer should take it away then and ask all that she wants to ask, and we'll try our best to answer.
Yeah, I just want to know how much could I spend for commission works because I want to make sure that I spend the right amount, not too much, not too little, but just enough to make my husband happy. What's a very
How
good
much do you
starting?
have to spend?
Exactly. I mean, what's a very good starting point, 'di ba? Kasi I usually everyone asks like, magkano ba? How
Well,
much
that
should I prepare to do commission works? To have somebody do commission works for me?
I guess it should start with what kind of Gundam you want made. What do you know about Gundam? As in total zero?
Yeah.
Do you know what Do you know what Gundam shows your husband watches?
Yeah, the
No.
cartoons.
Okay,
Okay.
it's Gundam. Okay, not Transformers.
That's fair enough.
Anime. Tama ba?
Yeah.
Anyway, uh, I guess the easiest way is when he's watching it, you take a picture of whatever he's watching, then send it to us, so at least we'll know what he's into.
Okay. And
Then we
what
can start
size
from there.
is for commission works? Is it the larger, the more expensive? Tama, no?
Ah, yes, yes. It's size based. So you have Gundams this big, you
Yes,
have
yes.
Gundams this big, you have Gundams this big, and you have Gundams yay big.
Mm. Kasi
So,
pag masyadong maliit, hindi okay, di ba?
does he collect Gundams now?
Syempre, you want it, if it's gonna be for birthday, you want it to be nice enough, big enough, na hindi ka mukhang cheap. Hindi
That's true.
naman niya
You can.
gagamitin ng keychain yan, di ba? Like, you want,
Oh yeah,
what's a
that's true. You
perfect
can make
size
it
for
go
commission
keychain.
works? That you would, like I said, like, for a guy, what typically would they like?
Then for that question, we should ask Mike because he's the guy who actually commissions Don's daughter to do stuff.
I would
What
recommend
size?
the perfect grade since it's the husband's birthday.
Hmm.
It's probably around a foot high.
A foot, yeah, it's about a
Hmm.
foot high. Yeah, yeah, that's big.
Okay. But how much
That would
usually
be
would that
for me. That
cost?
would be perfect.
Yeah. And I can always say na I chose perfect
The
rate because you're
last
perfect.
work that I paid.
I
What?
guess we can talk about Philippine rates first. Actually, when I started, I have no idea how much to charge. I actually got the idea from Don on how much to charge. So, yeah, Don, tell her what you told me all those years ago. How much do you charge, or how much does Nico charge nowadays?
I honestly have no idea how much Nico charges, but she does charges less for friends. But she told me actually last year she told me she won't be accepting commissions other than a small circle of like clients, and one of those is mine. But but way back when I used
Thank
to
you
do
very much.
when I used to do commissions, I charge by the price of the Gunpla. Like I told Sid, if it's just painting, you could charge as low as one times the price of the model. So if you bought the model for 5K, then the painting would be 5K. That would be the lowest rate, I think, during my time, during when I was active doing commissions. And then if it has a little bit more like custom color scheme or a little bit of prescribing, a little bit of detailing, then you could charge around 2x. And of course, to be honest, you charge a little bit more for international clients because you have people don't like to hear about shipping costs. So when you charge them, you
Oh
give them
yes,
time.
the
That
Philippines is a
includes,
horrible position to ship stuff.
yeah. So like for example, I did a a master grade. No, it was armored core. I was able to charge roughly around, I can't remember, but I think it was five times the price of the model or six times. So
So
that's for a
few
five
hundred
gig,
dollars.
you charge like around $600. So
Wow, I love to be able to charge $600.
yeah, you could do that. Actually, for resin kits, you could charge at the very least $1,000. So
Yikes!
yeah, and
Oh,
Mike actually commissioned me to do one, and it's how much was it, Mike? I haven't done it yet, though. I think I charged Mike because he's a friend.
30.
600. Yes,
six
$600.
hundred
Right?
dollars.
30 in
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
pesos,
30 is
but
about six
in
hundred. Yeah,
US it's
30K
like
is about six hundred
$600.
dollars.
Yeah. So it
But let's go
really
back to
nice.
our question for a perfect grade. If we follow Don's formula of one to say a perfect grade is anywhere from 10K to 10,000 pesos to 17,000 for the big one, like an Exia with the LED one. So Hajime would personally charge something in the area of the minimum we accept is 12 grand. Then it goes all the way up to 20 to 25, depending on what other stuff that is in it. Because there is a perfect grade that's kind of big, like the GPO one. It's actually two kits in one, so you have to do two sets of armors for that one. The easiest perfect grade to do is actually Wing Gundam. It has the least amount of parts.
Yeah.
For
Although,
the
Silly question.
wing,
Even
I
though it's
haven't
big when
opened
you spread out
mine.
the wings, it's about almost 2 feet,
yeah.
2 feet across. Yeah.
Oh,
So you're
Silly
okay.
looking at
question.
around, yeah.
Uh-huh. The silly question is, di ba usually the compared to like commission works versus just giving him the kit, right? Like what type of customer would just give the husband a kit? And what is it in the commission work that makes it so special? Kasi the Gundam that you buy comes with colors na rin eh.
Yes, correct.
It's not like
Most
Yes.
gray.
wives would just buy the here you go, have fun,
Here's
assemble
a
it
black.
with here's your toy, assemble it and then have fun, and then he'll assemble it, then he'll just display it. Which I think most Gundam collectors or those who buy it just are just happy with straight out of the box build, and then they'll put it on the
Right.
shelf, they'll admire, and then they'll smile about it. It's when they get into a little bit more of it, especially we have Facebook and YouTube and everything. The thing that when he does join the various Gunpla groups and he will see, oh, this kid is painted, this kid's customized. That will definitely pique the interest of the person. Oh wow, I wish I could have one of those. Oh wow, I wish I could do that. I think that was my first experience when I'm looking at it. I have no idea how he did this, and it's amazing. And someday, one day, maybe I'll be able to do this. So it remains a far dream for most people who don't paint, who don't, as in, don't paint, don't customize, don't even try applying panel line or the decals. It remains a dream for somebody. And again, my take on it is when you give it, it's not just a toy anymore. When you customize, it's a work of art,
Mm.
and it's a personalized work of art. Because, like what Don said, if like the Gundam comes in red, white, and blue, so you want it all blue, all black, all green, that requires
Mm.
customization.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So, but
And
if a perfect grade is a bit beyond your budget, me and Don always recommend something like, say, master grade. They're about 7 inches each tall and 8 for the bigger ones. That's also
Yeah.
impressive as a display.
mm, okay. Is it payment terms? Is it half half? Like 10%, 20%, 50%? Kasi 'di ba baka ayoko naman ma-scam. You've received so many. Diba? Yung
Actually, for
resibo.
me, what I learned is that except for Mike gave me like half already, but I don't really ask for the down payment. I don't know about Hajime if you ask for down, but for me personally, I do not ask for a down payment unless it's really big, like the project I finished last month with like the money's kind of big. It was $1,500, so I
Mm-hmm.
had to ask around 400, but not half. So I just had to ask to make sure that it's a legit project. It's not a project that will run away
That the guy has
and
money.
claim the finished product. So I had to ask something, but normally I won't. But it's just me because I want to like push myself to finish the project and get the whole sum. And it's also I think fair sometimes, especially if the client for a while, since he did not pay anything for the GPO1, which is a huge perfect grade. It's okay to wait a while because I did not ask for a down payment. But I have reserved my time for that project
Mm-hmm.
sometime very soon. So, but I think it's standard to get like half or something, so to reserve the time of the artists. And then the artist would like close. Sometimes people put on their Instagram that their commissions are closed until March or whatsoever. So people would not inquire. And then that's common practice too. So you have it's basically you're reserving the time of the artist for the next year or 6 months, but you don't really
Mm-hmm.
know when it will be done most of the
So,
Yeah,
time.
but I think most of these people who have open commission slots, they don't do this full time. That's their job after their job. So that's why they'll only take like 5 slots, 6 slots, and that's about it. Then
mm.
that will take quite a long time. Mike, how long did you wait for yours? That dendrobium right there at the back. How long did you wait for that?
If I remember correctly, I think a month and a half.
That's fast.
No, wait. No, no, wait. Dendro. I think 3, 4 months. I think I'm not really sure.
Mm.
Okay,
What,
for
what
some
what I
that's
like
pretty
to
much
do with
double.
commission work, especially with commission work, I choose the kits that are big or rare, and then I have it professionally done. But my main criteria is it has to be one recommended, and I have to meet the artist personally. It's just my thing.
Mm-hmm.
Since since the kits, most of the kits that I have for commission work that's with people like Nico and everything is are hard to get. That's why I have to. It's better for me to do it to have a personal touch. It's not like I see this guy on Facebook and then I inquire about the rates. It's not like that for me. Because if it's a common kit, I'll just build it myself.
Mm.
I've waited for that kit behind me for like 20 years. So might as well get someone that's very good, has a name to start
Mm-hmm.
with, since that kit was first made in I think 2001, and then the reprint was just last year, right?
Last
Yeah.
year,
I saw it last year when we were there in Japan.
Mm.
Ah, yeah, that one.
yeah, the dendro.
With regards to revisions, kasi, di ba, minsan may mga masaselan na tao. How do you proceed with revisions? Do you charge for every revision you have? Kasi it's not easy to sometimes to calculate how much more you should pay when you want to make a change in color. Parang, ay, hindi ko gusto yung shade of blue na yan. Pwede ba mas darker shade, mas lighter shade? And when should you actually tell the revision? Kasi, what I understand, pag tapos na, mahirap na mag-revise.
Yes. What I usually do is, let's say, so, oh, by the way, going back to the, do we accept down payment? No, we don't accept any down payment because the kit's with us anyway. So it's with us. If you don't take it, it's never gonna be yours. So we'll do it, and we give you on a price. And then what I usually do is you send reference pictures of what you want, because I'm sure whatever piques your interest you see on the internet. That's for sure. So a lot of time people say, "Oh, I like this color scheme. Can you make this one?" Okay, we'll make it exactly like that. Then there are some customers that I don't care what you do as long as you do it, as long as it's nice. You have carte blanche. So we're like, okay, we'll do that too.
Yeah,
I
most
think,
customers it's like painting on canvas. You don't really ask the artist to revise a painting on canvas, but you
Yes.
actually tell that artist what you envision the project should look like. But once it's ongoing, you I don't want to say you cannot ask the artist to revise, but I'm guilty of this. I had this client before. I did. I was midway, and then he was requesting more details, which should be more expensive. So what I did was to pay off the client. So
Was two?
let's pay off the client. Let's cancel the project. I'll give you back your money. I'll pay for the kit and I'll pay you back whatever you spent for the kit instead of me revising midway and adding more scribing, detailing, and stuff like that. Because I made it clear that I only do the highly detailed models for competitions. But that specific client was, how do you say it? He was kind of delusional that he can pay me to do hyper detailing for a commission, which you don't really do. I'm not sure if Sid could relate. It's like asking, I want a GBWC level commission,
yeah,
but the price
yeah,
is like
yep. I
two
think that's
times
the
the
correct term. I
price.
want a championship level entry. And
Yeah,
if you say sky's the limit, sure. But if you're gonna budget it, no,
no.
because
So
oh, you can't. Have we ever
yeah,
tried putting a price on exactly how much our GBWs, our championship builds cost? Do we ever try to
I,
put a price on it?
I would never sell mine.
Yeah, but I don't even know how to bother to compute it.
Yeah,
Well, it took
you
a
can.
month off.
It's something that you can't really do again.
Yeah,
It's
even if you redo it,
you
that
cannot.
is very
Exactly. That's the same with
Yeah,
most
Mm.
so
art.
you
yeah,
could
I can't
You
actually.
can
replicate
like
it, even
try
though I'm the one
to
who did it.
do it like this, but not exactly like this, but close to this or inspired by this.
It will
But
not be
it's
one
not
to
like
one the
your
same.
machine
No.
to do it exactly.
Yeah,
It won't
Impossible.
hold
And then,
value that way.
yeah, it's possible that you could outdo yourself and do something better than
probably
what
also
you did,
because you know
but
what the mistakes you made before.
you won't do it on the next model. Like for example, the commission with Mike. Of course, I'm painting shameless plug with plus so that the paint colors would be stronger. And then while I'm handling the model, I could freehand on top of the plus using acrylics. So unlike the model that I refuse to sell because it has smudges and then some like scratches because it was acrylic painted with acrylic, so it's not that durable. So the plan with the unicorn is to paint it with lockers. We just have the paints now and then paint acrylics on top of the lockers. So it will be more durable. It will be way better than what I did for the competition. However, it will never have the same trophy of the competition piece. So it will never have the story of the competition piece. And that's priceless in my opinion. So
I think that's the irony because a lot of commission people who are a lot of artists, they always show their best. So parang when you price something, people are expecting like that type of level. So how do you communicate then to keep our expectations low? If you're showing me a finished product that's like championship level, tapos, because of course, it's not easy to,
I
yeah,
think
how,
like what I said earlier, it's 1x if it's just painting, it's 2x if it's just
mm,
detailing. Like for example, I'm the project I'm talking about is freehand painting. Then practically I charge 6x for that.
mm,
So it's making clear it's making it clear with the client the rate and the expectation.
yeah.
So it's about that. That's why I like the 1x, 2x, 3x like a standard in terms of pricing the commissions.
I
With
actually
Hajime,
tried
the
that
same.
one. I actually tried that first time we started. They say, okay, how much? They say, strike freedom. The Lazada price is like 3,000 bucks.
Mm.
Then what I'll do is I'll get the highest in Lazada and the lowest in Lazada, and then get the average, which comes out to around 4.9, and they still don't get it. They really don't get it. I say it's the average price of the kit according to Lazada price, and they're like, how much? Then I'll give them, say, oh, I'll give a screenshot of this, screenshot of that, and then I'll compute the average. They still don't get it.
You don't get it.
No, they don't get it. So I think we pretty much standardized it right now that for an HG, a normal size HG, so RX-78 size, Barbatos size, we charge our commission rate start at 3.9, no matter what it is, big, small. So an HG starts at 3.9, then a master grade is 4.9 and up, usually 5.9. It starts at 5.9. 4.9 is another plain RX-78. Big wings and all of that, MGEX, I charge 9.9 for it.
Mm.
And this is actually a pittance compared to what I see being charged abroad. Like you said,
Yeah, it's cheap.
I can make a career out of this about America and get paid very well for it.
Mm.
But there are other people who, like, I think our current champion, Arvin, when we were talking, he charges 2,000 bucks for a commission. Like, there's only 2,000 bucks.
Mm.
That's
Yeah.
not even, gee, 2,000.
It's kind of weird he's retired. I think we'll be talking with
Yeah,
him.
so he's doing it for the fun of it. Yes, I know.
He's
But
retired.
there are other commissioners here in the Philippines that's the rate that I inquired before. 3 grand ish, 3.3, 3.5 for a master grade. So one of the things that we specifically decided, not decided, but wanted to when we started the studio was, of course, to win GBWC, because that automatically will give you the cred. Like, hey, we are champions, so we can command this much. And we've been champion twice, podium finisher, silver this year again. So I think, well, not I think, I know that we already have the skill level to do it. Uh, I guess it's a matter of, I don't know, Mike. Would you ever 3.5 for a master grade? Sounds like a good deal to me.
What?
3,500 for a master grade commission work sounds like a good deal to me.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a good deal, but I'm I I'll say this, but I won't be specific. Sometimes if the kit costs something that's too good to be true as far as labor is concerned, I have one to find the place and find parking and the medium of instruction that I'm comfortable with is English. So I would explain things in English. But since I'm not saying that my Filipino is bad, but I'm much more comfortable in English trying to explain something that I want to have done, or I show a photo. Sometimes that comes with pricing. The level of
Yeah,
comprehension, the people's skills of the artist, that is something that is included in the price. Like with Don, all I want is you make the kit and feel free to be creative. But for like
Mm.
with Nico, I tell her I tell her, can you do it a little like this? Make it add a little detail here and there. Can you put some metallics here? That's it.
Mm.
I never will do two things. I will never haggle for price because I think what the artist will charge is fair because they're the ones doing the work. I'm the one that's shopping for the privilege to have their work. And number two, I will never tell anyone to change something midway.
Mm.
I
I need
would
10 of
try to
you.
be as clear as possible the first time and let them finish.
I think
I
you're the
need
type
10
of
guys like you as my
customer people
customers.
like. Yeah, but I mean, most customers are quite cheap, right? Like, we want to make sure
Yeah,
that
very.
we'd rather spend it on bags and shoes than we want to spend on our husbands, but we don't want to spend too much. How
Well,
would
if we
you
have
Oh.
Well, if you have money to spend on your husband, that tells me one of two things. Number one, you're not struggling dirt poor, so you can actually give your husband a gift, and you're actually considering it to be not a small amount. So that's one, and you're actually my kind of customer also. And if the husband likes it, hopefully the husband will have more stuff done in the future.
So I guess the conclusion of this question is if you're going to buy a loved one a gift or you're going to commission work, don't go too cheap na rin. Kasi anyway, you're buying it for somebody special. And you always get what you pay for. So if you
Yes.
pay cheap, you will also get cheap, right? And the fact that they're trying to find commission artists is for the art itself. If you want some random person to do it,
Yes.
just get your classmate to paint, right? And you can do it for free. Pero the fact that you're asking somebody that is quite known in the industry or uh, yung a studio that's already known shows na you want somebody else to show you how it's going to be done, right?
But I think the
So,
original commission work
Exactly.
is it's from the art world, diba? So let's say you are Jaime Sobel de Ayala. I have a new building. I want to commission a big 8x4 painting for my new lobby. That's how it's done, right? Professional artwork,
yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
or even a
Pero how is
sculpture. I
it?
mean, that's how I imagine that it be done. That I've never commissioned a sculpture, but I've heard it being done. So make me this for my new building and stuff. I'm
But
sure
it's
it's been
better.
discussed also what it's gonna be like. And how
That's
much? How did
better.
the art? How do normal artists charge? Like Canvas? Yeah, on Canvas. How do these people charge?
I have no idea. But
Depends.
but for digital illustrations before
How they
AI,
charge on Canvas per
yeah,
Yeah,
square inch.
per square
regardless
inch.
of what's in it, it's per square inch.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Hmm. At least that's pretty standardized. Good for them.
Mm. What about dioramas?
Oh, that's a whole other different thing. For dioramas, my standard reply is give me the size of where you're gonna put the diorama and give me reference pictures of it. Usually after that they never apply no more because that gets them stumped already.
Yeah, yeah. Although
But
I think way back I had a client
Oh yeah, that's
that
a very good question. I haven't had any dioramas done for commission. That's a good idea.
Yeah, but
So I'll
again,
talk to both
let's
of these
go
guys
back
one of
to
these days.
how big the space that you want to allot for the diorama, because most people don't have a ready hole in their cabinet to put, and you can't just put it on the table. So the
okay.
length, width, and height stumps them already.
yeah. I've
Mm.
done like maybe a handful, like maybe five, way back, 2010 and 11 and 12. But I think it was 4x at the very least, 5x, 4x, 5x for the
Of the
basic
kit.
stuff. But
Uh,
but that's the last time I did a series of dioramas. The client most likely had like a display area because where will he
yeah, most
display?
likely,
Yeah,
because I think dioramas are more of an afterthought. Because people are mostly just happy with a thing on the shelf. That's it. No scene,
yeah,
no nothing.
yeah.
But right
Mm.
now we
That's a
are
very good
doing
idea. I need a
several
diorama.
dioramas. You need a diorama. So again, the
I
next
want
question
one and I
after
need
the
one.
give
Trying
me
to
a
think
reference
of
picture of what you want. You want it to be well, rocks, forest, temple, mountain, ruined city. That's
Proven
normally
city.
the most common things that
Yeah.
people
Do you
ask for.
charge? How do you charge for the dioramas?
Mainly on size and then how much detail does he want. So
Yes.
12 by 12. So let's say 12 by 12, one square foot. Yeah, 1 square foot mountain view, 4 grand, 5 grand.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is it
that's
easier
roughly the one.
just for you guys to
sounds
just
good
give
enough.
us some
Sounds
choices?
good.
No, well, there are some people who ask that. Okay, can you see some of the dioramas you've done? Which
Just
I
give
say,
me a
okay,
choice, right?
here's some pictures. Here's some works from the previous customers. Here, pick one, and then that stumps them also because they cannot choose one. It's very rare. I think it's very rare to find a person like Mike that he knows what he wants.
Yes.
Mm.
because most people are befuddled on what they want. They just want something nice, but they don't know what they want
Mm.
Yeah. So it's
unless they see it and say, "Hey, I want that."
around.
Mm. Mm. Okay.
So, like I said, I
I
need
try
about
to
10
be as
mics.
clear as possible when I can when it comes to having work done. So it's not so it's going to be a pleasant experience for me and the person that I hire.
How long does it take for you guys to
Because if
finish?
you
How long? Uh,
Yes,
the
it takes me so
a
long.
month's the fastest. A month is the fastest for us.
Mhm.
Because when you have something done, let's say November 1, you give me the kit. I'm not gonna work on it right away because we are working on other stuff. There are people who came before you in the line, so your kit will just get there, and then I will do the scheduling of what kit, who does what kit, and all of that for the next month. So if it's a light month, then your kit gets worked on next. 1 month's the fastest. The longest I've taken is about, yeah. There's a dendrobium that I did for about 3-4 months also.
Me,
How
it's
will it work?
it's.
Hmm. Go.
I mean, I'm different, totally different with Hajime because Hajime is like a studio, a commission studio, and I'm blaming the pandemic because pandemic, we were so anxious. And as an artist, you wouldn't do something that you don't want to do because you're anxious already. So I'm blaming the pandemic because I want to be in a really good state before I do something. Like, I want to be in the mood to do like a diorama. I want to be in the mood to do.
Mm.
Basically, when I wake up, I go down here, I look at the miniatures, I look at the models. What am I in the mood to do today? So I'm not
Uh,
a
artist
really,
talaga. It's really an artist.
yeah. But
really an artist.
Really
yeah,
an artist. Artist
I cannot
temperament. Yes.
force myself to do something if if I don't feel like doing it today. So that's why my only client would are three clients. One of them is Mike, and then two more, and that's about it. Because I don't really accept commissions anymore for a while now, for like a couple of years now. Because I'm like that. I'm not really good with commissions. Plus, other than that, I get like not a huge jump, maybe half because of the channel. Like a brand, like for example, a miniature brand would send me a model, I will paint that and promote it. I get paid to do that. Plus, I get paid to use these paints. I get paid to use these brushes. I get paid to show. Basically, you get paid with what you show at the YouTube channel. So
Hmm.
that's a different monetary.
Yeah, you don't
That's a
need to
different
rely
kind
on
of monetary
commissions.
you get
Yeah, for the
for
revenue stream. Yeah.
yeah. So it's plus the mood factor. So it's kind of like Nico is more professional, like Nico, except during GPWC. She will take a 1 month vacation after GPWC. She just started
Yeah.
work
Do
today,
nothing.
but she's not doing anything since GPWC. She's
Yeah, it's barely
playing
a month.
video games and stuff, yeah. But once she starts working, she'll be working there.
Hmm.
Mm.
So, hindi pwedeng emergency. You need to have at
Uh,
least how many
yeah,
days?
probably a month or 2 months for it when you plan for it. It's not like uh,
Yeah, it's
my
not something
husband's
you can
birthday is next week. No, cannot
oh.
do.
Yeah, na.
No, even if you pay me like 3 times the amount, I won't be able to do it.
Mm, okay.
Because unless I quit everything and just do your stuff, and I got a lot other things that pay me more for my time than to do it personally.
Yeah,
Like what
Mm,
Don said, for GBWC, I take an entire month off. I don't go to my day jobs. I don't work. I don't eat out with the family. Nothing. I'm just here, and it's hard. So people think that, oh, so you're just gonna sit there in your studio, do it all day. You cannot do it 8 hours straight a day. You simply can't sit there and then no,
No,
cannot. It's physically impossible.
it's impossible. I
No.
for me, for example, in this, like I would paint and then take a break and edit a few videos or do tutorials. Take like an hour break and like play a little bit and then paint again. You can't really do it straight. I mean, you can.
Well,
That's
I mean, Mike is starting to paint now, so can you relate?
Yes,
yeah.
because back when I was not that really into Gunpla, I only build on weekends. Like 2 hours after lunch, I take a break or I take a nap, and then start again for like an hour, take another 30-minute break, and that. But recently, just to thin the backlog, I try to do like an HG when I get home. I try. Try
Tries
is the
that's the
word.
word. Yeah, tries the word.
Mm,
So
hi.
again, going back to probably, I think it's well, we have my personally, we have a jewelry background, so do the same thing when man comes into shop. I want to buy engagement ring for a wife. How much do I spend? I will just throw back the question: how much are you willing to spend? Because you can get something for within your budget. So if the poor schmuck just comes to me and say that, oh, I only have budget like 2.5. What can you do for 2.5? Sure, I'll build it for 2.5. Sure, I can do some painting, but not on all the parts. I can come on, if you pay this much, you'll get this much amount of work, which is I think a bit fair. Sometimes if I like the guy and then he's understanding, I'll probably do a bit more and give him something worth more than whatever he's paying. Because I've done that well few times,
I just
mostly
thought
for
of
friends.
something just right now. Since both of you do commissions, what if, let's say, in theory, I would commission you for a fake kit? Would you charge me less because it's a fake kit, or would you charge me more because it's a fake kit?
Like the band.
I think
Yeah,
commission.
let's throw
Compared to
around some
Bandai, actually, we
names.
should charge you more for the fake
Make
kit
me a
because
fighter. How much will it cost?
it'll
Make
cost
me
more
an
than the Bandai one because
8876.
Uh, okay, let's say, yeah, fine. Strike Freedom Fighter versus Strike Freedom Gundam. Uh, I'll charge a bit more for that one, probably 1,500 more because it needs a lot more work to. Okay,
Oh, I
let's uh,
understand. Oh, I see.
let's get something here
I,
that's a good
uh,
example.
I was misled to think that when it's a fake kit, it costs less. So it's
Yeah,
really
the kit
that it's
costs
really
less,
not the
correct.
case.
Yeah, the kit costs less, but the thing is, you have to make sure that with the fake kits, well, well, let's just call them third party. With the third party kits,
No,
you
I
have to make
call it
sure.
as it is. It's fake. No, because
Yeah.
if you say it's a third party kit, it's an original kit or an inspired kit. It's
Okay,
not a
fine.
direct
Let's
copy.
stick with fake kits. There, because what we do is when we do it, we build it first. Well, I build everything first to get a sense of what goes where, and then you have to take it apart. You have to make sure that this little thing there, those two things don't break when you take it apart. And with the fake
Okay.
kits, it's tight. It's really tight. Some is tight, so it's next to impossible not to break it. So you have to enlarge the hole. That takes extra time and extra effort. Like for this one here, this is the peg here that
Okay.
goes to that hole. So this hole, I will have to take the extra time to make it bigger like that. It might not seem much, but multiply this by 100
Oh,
holes. Yes, yes, it takes up more time. And just to make sure, and after that, I have to
takes
test for
more
it
time
first
and effort.
together. Yeah, so more time, more effort, and to make sure that it goes in and I can actually take it apart. So that's where the extra comes in. And sometimes when you snap it together, especially on an arm section like this one, instead of being flush like that, one is higher than the other, so you have to sand it down so it'll be flat. So yes, bootleg kits cost more to make and are more annoying to make. That's a
Mm.
given.
I've never
So
finished
don't
one.
keep up on the kit.
I'm giving the blank stare. Just
I
never.
tried building a fake kit. It wasn't a pleasant experience.
Nope,
I
it's
guess
not.
I guess if you're doing commission work, just don't proceed with a fake kit kasi it I mean, you're gonna pay extra to do something that's fake. You're going to
Yeah,
actually
especially
improve the
you're
fake
giving it
element.
as a gift. That's kind of shameful.
Yeah, fake is passe now. Pero
Yeah.
I mean, just a thought you were mentioning about 2939. And let me get this straight lang. How long does it take to finish a, a, a kit? Minimum amount of time. How long does it take?
3 days.
Yeah, if I work nonstop, yeah, 2 days, something
I
like.
have a scandalous question. Can I
Okay,
ask a scandalous question?
sure.
Ha? So far, I think
By all means.
the minimum wage in the Philippines is getting high, diba? So if you count the number of hours, for example, it's around almost 100 pesos per hour. And sometimes when you spend it on making Gundam, you're always working. It's not like you're
Yeah,
in the office, you actually have some downtime. Are you sure you're not charging too low? Say if it's 3.9, for example, at let's assume six, it's like around that's the amount of money 3.9 ha. That's the amount of
yeah,
money you'll
3 9, yeah,
probably get for 5 days of work. Eh, if you finish 3 days of work, tapos sa inyo pa
Mater-
yung materials, yung colors, yung
no,
skill. Are you not
for a 3 9 work, that's gonna be an HD, a small one. The
right?
what I have my artist do is that thing gets finished in 2.5 days. That's the fastest.
Parang that's a bit too small pa rin kasi there's the kuryente. I mean, kuryente pa lang
Yeah, so
22,000
basically,
pesos.
my overhead, they say, well, take whatever overhead, so salary, overhead, then multiply that by times two.
Mm.
So
Meaning to say,
the
should you,
so 2 days worth of the artist salary plus a little bit of overhead. I totaled that about, so even if it's okay, I think times two is a bit optimistic. So times 1.5, 50 times 1.5 there.
mm,
So it's 50% more. Then she can move on to the next. So let's
okay.
again, like for say the Strike Freedom, the big one with the wings. It's 9-9. So that one I have them finish it in 5 days. 5 days nonstop. They'll just do that. So that's a week's worth of
Mm.
salary.
So how much money technically commission works make, 'di ba? Kasi parang if you look at the price
One,
of the material, the time, the aircon, the Lala move, parang mukhang
it's
lugi rin yung
most
artist.
well, Lala Move they pay for it.
Hmm.
uh, Again, so that's why I'm very envious of other countries. So let's pull up this one. I like to show this one. I don't really follow this guy, but I've seen this work around. There, this dude, Arrow model build. He's based out of Hong Kong, and see, $589 for a master grade, $750 for a master grade. This
What's
is
that
cheap,
in website?
huh? This is eBay, but this guy is Arrow model build. He's from Hong Kong. See, Deep Striker, $3,800 just for that. And this is
Yeah.
US dollar. I mean, if that one, Calamity Gundam 100, that's $900. So that's a lot.
Hmm.
I would kill to charge this. If I can make this money, then yes, it'll be more than worth my time. My time,
Hmm.
I can do this full time and not do anything else and just do this. But I
And,
think this guy's a different one. He's doing it so it's done already. It's already a painted model that you just have to buy. So I guess
hmm.
that's it's not exactly a commission per se.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So
It's
he's
not.
selling pre-painted models already, and yeah, they're in the $3,000 again. It's a lot of money.
Is it better what he's
No,
doing?
there's a I guess there is a minimum level of quality that when you're charging these prices. I mean, very simple. This thing here, this is technically nothing special.
Yeah, and it's
That
40K
side here, that's nothing special.
in pesos. Eight
Uh,
hundred
how,
dollars.
yeah, $800. How do we add a screen? Add another screen.
But is he selling? Is it
He's
being
selling it
sold?
on eBay. Yeah, he's selling it on eBay.
Maybe he just needs it to stick, diba?
Stick?
You
What's
don't
stick?
need with that type of model. You don't need to do much. You just have to sell one. It's like jewelry, right? Like you can price jewelry low or you can price jewelry high.
Yeah, but he has a
If
lot. He
yeah,
has a
and you
lot.
just place
It
it.
cannot be just doing that for the hell of it, because as you can see here, there's one, two, three, four, five. There's 9 pages worth of him.
Yeah, so just post everything, and then instead of selling 50 pieces of the small 3009, just sell one at 100. May loko-lokong kukuha
Probably.
din
Yeah.
that way, right?
Yeah,
Makes it all worthwhile.
Yeah.
yeah,
So
being
And
we can
then
build and see what sells.
yeah, and then if you offer it at 50, oh, sige, I'll just give it to you at 50% off because I need money, you know. And then people, even at 50% off, it's still a very good deal.
My God, look at this thing. It's a J gun. This is nothing. This the paint. Okay, the paint job is there, everything, but it's nothing special. Don and me can whack this out in probably 2 days, and it's
Hmm.
charging $800 for it. So
Yeah, so at least
people,
I envy this dude.
don't be envious, just do the same.
I don't think it's selling. I mean, it's being sold. It's
It's somebody buys it because I check up on him from time to time, and then he has new stuff. So he cannot be possibly making new stuff if the old stuff doesn't sell.
Not
He
true.
has an
Correct.
he has an Etsy page also. So, but yes, we all know how much the model costs. We know how much the paint costs. So, he's really charging a very big premium for his time. So that's what he values his time at.
I think it's
Yeah.
just part. Like that's why it's 9 pages. I mean, 9 pages of painted Gundam
Yeah, painted Gundams. Yes.
because you're not selling. You should have like 3 pages because you sell so much.
Don, do you have customers from abroad, overseas?
Way back, yes, but now the last time I accepted a commission abroad to a person, like a personal commission to a
Mm,
collector, I think
mm,
was last year. It was
mm,
miniatures, and I shipped it by DHL, I think.
mm.
So, but miniatures are so much easier to ship, though.
Oh
Nico,
yes. The
yeah,
yay big.
Nico, I helped Nico with it's at the YouTube channel. She got a commission from a lady from California like a couple of years ago, where we did a diorama of like the trunk of the car was converted to a diorama of the Gundam wing. So the Gundam wing, and I think it was Epion, and then a couple more kits I forgot. But I helped with the actual diorama, the meteorite and stuff. So we had to like made it into sections so that you put it inside the trunk of the client. I think we were Nico was able to charge including the shipping cost of around $1,000. So I think it was $4,000.
Damn.
What's funny about that is that
Oh, that's
bulk
nice.
of the commission was just
Dang.
SPS foam, like a lot of foam work because you have to do meteors and stuff like that. And also, I think Nico being a girl is a factor because the lady is a race car driver and her actual car is like decaled with Gundam wing. And then when you open the trunk, that's Nico's diorama. So she's a hardcore like Gundam wing fan who races cars in California.
Whoa.
And also a bonus, it was featured at at the magazine where I keep telling Sid to write magazine articles. So it was featured.
Oh yeah, you keep telling me.
No, so like the value of the commission sometimes you could price it more because you could tell them this will be featured at this magazine or at my YouTube channel, but usually at the magazine, so that the client will buy the copy of the magazine because the actual commission is an article in that magazine. So that kind of adds value these days to the commission work.
Well, I'd like to think the value comes from the artist itself. Like when you're buying a painting, you're not buying the painting, you're buying the painter, the name of the painter. So that's I think that all boils down to it.
Yeah,
Even like
that's
say designer dresses. My former boss actually from Wheel Gallery told me this one. It's a very very good analogy. Why? Okay, Ino Soto is a very famous dress designer here in the Philippines. So it's you see, it's very simple. Why this guy charge more? You're both given pieces of cloth. Why Ino Soto can charge this much and you can only charge this much? Name, name, pedigree, reputation. So and winning GBWC does give you automatically. It's not even a leg up among everybody else. It is steps up from wherever. Because when people ask, never had this. I've never had people ask, but when people ask why is your commission this much, and then this guy's only this much, champion, 2 time, 3 time champion. That's it. That pretty much shuts them up. But I think right now that everybody who inquires with us and has commission done with us already knows that we are champions, so they don't expect the price to be like. I'm sure they inquired with other people.
To be
It's not 3,000 bucks, not 2 5, and all of that. So of course, it does not have the same lasting value as a Picasso or something, but I don't know.
I don't know. It's resin and plastic. It will last forever.
Yeah. At the end of the day, I mean, for art is canvas. It's not exactly the most durable thing in the world.
Yeah,
So,
ours will last forever.
yeah, plastic will last forever. So sculpture for me is the one that will last forever. But I think I don't know for the people who collect art, one of the fun things is showing it off. Show it off to your friends. So does it have the same cachet when you show off your Gundam collection to your nerdy friends? I don't know.
I don't know. Let's ask my.
For me, not really. I just enjoy looking at it,
Okay. So,
dusting them, looking at them. It's mostly for my enjoyment. Really
mm,
don't give 2 cents to what the other guy thinks. Unless they're into the same thing, that's fine. But
oh, yeah,
for the
well,
rest, nah,
most
just do
likely,
it for
yeah.
me.
Most likely, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, before when I had my living room completely redone with all my stuff there before I cannibalized it for the shop, I like having people over and showing them this is my stuff, this and that. I did that. That's kind of fun. Again, you're right. Only if they're into it, you don't. But I don't know. People, even let's say, friends of wives, women who walk in are, even they know nothing about it, they're impressed by what they see. So I guess that's okay as well.
Because they know it's expensive.
It was expensive, probably. So I guess right there, the value is right there. Yeah. So
Maybe
yeah,
you
for the
can
international people
also.
watching this one, yes, we are open for commission, and yeah, $80 to ship to you anywhere around the world, pretty much. And
Yeah.
we do have a good selection of kits here. We have this for the Philippines. We have access to pretty much everything, including P Bandai stuff. So we can easily get Diozeons, Dendrobriums, PGs, day in day out. Some of the even rarer ones. If not, we know a few people in Hong Kong and Taiwan who carry this stuff, so we can ask them too. So yes, for international people, yes, please contact us.
Mm.
So I
Wow.
guess we that pretty much wraps our episode 3 up, and then episode 4, I think next week's gonna be a bit interesting because we will have another guest, and we will actually have this year's GBWC champion, Arvin, who took first place. He'll be on our podcast too. So next week will be all about GBWC, and for the people watching, well, you have us 3 champions. And actually, your daughter might want to join too. So it's basically a room full of champions, and there's no better resource, I think, than what's inside our head. So, yeah, we'll see you again next week for another Hajime Model Studio podcast.